Respected elders, educationists, language scholars, dear teachers, and dearest students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who have been subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students, dear children, in this class we are going to see the past perfect continuous tense. It is very simple. Yes, we have to know it, that's all. The pattern of verbs used in past perfect continuous tense and its uses we are going to see here. Come. Past perfect continuous tense, pattern of verbs, had plus been had plus been plus present participle. Okay. Video number 110. Take it. 15/4/23. The past perfect continuous tense. Pattern of verbs in the past perfect continuous tense. Three verbs are used in the past perfect continuous tense. Three verbs are used. The first verb is had, the second verb is been, and the third verb is a present participle. My dear students, bear it in mind, that's all. Three verbs are used in past perfect continuous tense. The first one is had, the second one is been, and the third verb is the present participle of the finite verb. That's all. Here you are going to see some sentences. Here I given actually I am using to give four patterns. The four forms of sentences used in all the languages in the world. But here, as the space in the screen is not enough, I have given only the third. Three forms of sentences. One is affirmative, the second is negative, and interrogative. Negative, interrogative, there is no base. And also that you know how to frame those sentences. Okay. See again, the pattern of the verb is had, been, present participle. This pattern of the verb is the same for all the three persons, first person, second person, and third person, and numbers, singular and plural. So for all the three persons and all the two numbers, the pattern of the verb is the same. You have to bear it in mind, that's all. You see, I had been working, affirmative. I had not been working, negative. Had I been working, interrogative, that's all. I had been working, I had not been working. Had I been working? We had been working, we had not been working. Had we been working? You had been working, you had not been working. Had you been working? You had not been working. That means in the negative interrogative. That was right. You had been working, you had not been working. Had you been working for singular and plural? The second person, third person. He had been working. He had not been working. Had you been working? She had been working. She had not been working. Had she been working? It had been working. It had not been working. Had it been working? They had been working. They had not been working. Had they been working? That's all. Subject had been PP. That's all. You see, the some more examples. As usually, I am giving here. Yes, I had been studying. We had been studying. You had been studying. You had been studying. He had been studying. She had been studying. It had been studying. They had been studying. Then SVO. See, I had been studying French. We had been studying French. You had been studying French. You had been studying French. He had been studying French. She had been studying French. It had been studying French. They had been studying French. SVOA. Subject, verb, object and adjunct. I had been studying Othello in BA. We had been studying Othello in BA. You had been studying Othello in BA. You had been studying Othello in BA. He had been studying Othello in BA. She had been studying Othello in BA. It had been studying Othello in BA. They had been studying Othello in BA. Had been studying Othello in BA. In another pattern, SVC. I had been working as a teacher. We had been working as teachers. You had been working as a teacher, singular. You had been working as teachers. He had been working as a teacher. She had been working as a teacher. It had been working as a teacher. They had been working as teachers. My dear students, you go simply bear in mind. In past perfect continuous tense, 3 verbs are used. The first verb is had, not had. Don't pronounce it as had. When it functions as a finite verb, it's formally have, has, had. When it is used as a finite verb. But when it is used as an auxiliary verb, they are firmly have, has and had. They should not be pronounced in the long form. Okay? So, the verb pattern in the past perfect continuous tense is had plus been plus present participle. Come, let us see their uses. My dear students, the past perfect continuous is not in ordinary speech. It is rarely used, but in writing and in doing grammar in the exam and mostly in writing, we have to use the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used. The past perfect continuous tense is used to express the actions which happened in the past for a particular duration. The actions which happened continuously in the past and got terminated and got stopped at a particular stage. That action should be expressed using past perfect continuous only. The duration of that action should have been for some time. The duration should be long or short, but some duration of time. At the time of speaking, it should have indeed. The action may have been going on for a long time, but at the time of speaking, it should have terminated. It should have stopped. That's all. So, to express an action which were going on for a long time in the past, should be expressed in past perfect continuous at the time of speaking and in writing. That's all. So I am saying two uses of the past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous bears the same relation to the past perfect as the past perfect continuous bears to the present perfect. You see, when the present perfect continuous has some relation with the present perfect. When the action finished in the when an action finished its work in the past and it has some relations with the present, then it is used in present perfect tense. And when the actions started in the past and were continuously going on at the time of speaking, should be expressed using present perfect continuous. If the action started in the past and stopped at the time of speaking or sometime before it, that action, if you want to have it with the present time, you can express that action using present perfect tense. But if the action started in the past and was going on at the time of speaking, or is going on at the time of speaking, it should be expressed in present perfect continuous. In such a way, the past perfect, when an action happened in the past and got terminated at a particular point, that action should be expressed using past perfect. But if that action is going on for a long time and for a particular time, sometime, then the action that started sometime earlier and it went on for some time, continuously for some time, then that action should be used using past perfect continuous tense. There is, suppose I give one example. A man was working in Trichy from 2000 to 2010, and now he is not working there. Then we have to express that message using the past perfect continuous tense. His son, he had been working in Trichy. From 2000 to 2010, he had been working. That's all. I think it might have reached you, I suppose. So in this way, the past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous has some relation with the past perfect, as the present perfect continuous has its relations with the present perfect. So, example say, it is used to talk about the action which began before the time of speaking. It is used to talk about the action which began before the time of speaking in the past and continued at the time of speaking or stopped just before it. Okay. To express an action which began at the time of speaking, before the time of speaking, in the past, and stopped at the time of speaking, just at the time of speaking, or sometimes earlier, sometimes before, then that action should be expressed using past perfect continuous. Okay, it was now 6 and he was tired because he had worked since dawn. It is past perfect. He had worked since dawn. As he had worked since dawn, at 6 he was tired. That's the message. It can be expressed using the past perfect continuous also. See, he was tired at 6 because he had been working since dawn. He was very tired at 6 because he had been working since dawn. Okay? And the second one. A repeated action in the past perfect can sometimes be expressed as a continuous action by the past perfect continuous. You see, an action happened repeatedly in the past. That is, if an action happened repeatedly in the past, that action can be expressed using past perfect continuous. You see, he had tried 5 times to get her on the phone. He tried 5 times. Now and then he tried. First he tried at 9 o'clock. He could not catch her. Then again he called her at 10. Gone. Then at 10. So like that he tried some 4 or 5 times. Yet he could not get her. This action can be expressed either using simple past or the past perfect continuous. I mean past perfect or past perfect continuous. Dear children, bear it in mind. As you say, simple tense. I mean simple past, past continuous. So in this way, the perfect tenses can also be called as simple perfect and perfect continuous. Yes, I mean language scholars of English, the English people are using in this way. They simple present or past or future. Then present, past or future continuous. In this way, the perfect can be expressed as simple perfect, whether it is past, present or future, that doesn't matter. Simple perfect and perfect continuous. Hereafter, we can also you can also use this term as simple perfect tense, whether present or past or future. Okay, here it is. He had tried 5 times to get her on the phone. It is simple perfect. Simple perfect. He had been trying to get her on the phone. It is perfect. It is continuous perfect. It is simple perfect. It is continuous perfect. As it is tense past, it is past perfect continuous. That's all. As it is past, but the simple past perfect. Okay. So I mean, I'm taking here, sir. Okay. It I have to tell it. When and there, wherever and whenever. I have some time. I have to tell you something regarding the uses of this language, because it is the old language. So you have to know many things, how it is used here and there. So when action happened repeatedly in the past, that action can be expressed using either simple perfect or continuous perfect. As it happened in the past, we have to use either past perfect or past perfect continuous. See, he had tried 5 times to get her on the phone. It is simple perfect, perfect continuous, past perfect. He had been trying to get her on the phone. Dear students, when we use the continuous tense, the time should not be mentioned. Even the times, anything. That adjunct referring to time should not be used in the continuous tense. In perfect tense, the adjunct may be used, but the time should not be used. That's all. Okay. Dear elders, dear teachers, my dearest children, students, now I have taught you, I will show you the pattern of verbs of past perfect continuous, had, been, present participle. That's for all the 3 persons and all the 2 numbers, singular and plural, and its uses are very limited, but must. When you have to use the past perfect continuous, you have to use it, particularly in writings, not in speaking. And in grammar, in the examinations we do, if it is when it is converted from direct into indirect, if it is in the present perfect continuous in the indirect, then you have to change it into past perfect continuous in the indirect speech. So in occasions, in grammatically when we do some things, we have to do it. We have to follow the rules. That's all. Okay. And dear students and elders and others, I thank you for watching my lessons regarding the pattern of verbs in the past perfect continuous tense and its main uses. We will meet again shortly. Till then, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.